Hello everyone, Agent JR here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I record and render my Let's Plays. This was done on request, but from a request by a user. On request, that kind of works. Anyway, the point is, you get to see how my setup works, and all of the horrible inadequacies with my equipment and software, and all of the stupid workarounds I do that I really shouldn't. But that's just how it goes. So, first off, recording software. You can see I have my software window open here. This is basically all of my video equipment, software equipment. So I have Windows Movie Maker, WinAVI Video Converter. These two I pretty much don't use anymore. Vegas Pro, SWF Decompiler, and DVD Shrink, DVD 43. They're not really anything to do with Let's Plays, but they go in the video folder anyway. Camtasia Studio, Cam Studio, which I uninstalled. It's really not a good program. Audacity and AOA Audio Extractor, which has found some use as far as Let's Plays go. Also Vegas Pro, pirated of course. So, most of the time, I guess I don't have Fraps up there, but I use Fraps as well. Oh my. Yeah, I pirated Fraps too. So most of the time, if Fraps is available, I'll use it, because it's convenient and really quick. All you have to do is press the record button when you're in game, and that's that. For my settings, record at the standard NTSC frame rate, detect best input, record sound, hide mouse cursor in video, that's pretty important. I don't know why anyone would ever click don't sync audio and video. And yeah, aside from that, I just have it saved to a folder, and then I can work with it from there. And yeah, my FPS counter is in this corner. I noticed that people seem to like theirs in like every corner available, so I'm glad it gives you that option. I actually used to have it in this corner, and then I played Stalker, and the ammo counter was there, so I moved it. Anyway, that's not important. So, that's my Frap settings, and I also use Camtasia Studio 5. Also pirated. I kind of feel bad about that, but I'm not making. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, we use the Camtasia recorder. This may not show up because it's already open. Okay, yeah. So it's running right now. Various settings. Can't really show you the underbar because that goes under where it's recording. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I guess I could show you my options. Can I show you my options? Let me see here. Not really, but I just use the Camtasia codec. I mean, it captures everything great, and I would assume it's what works best with the program, so why not? And I guess something else I should point out is that I no longer record my voice along with the audio of whatever else I'm recording. I use Audacity for that, because that allows me to, mix audio levels, match everything up, and do crazy fun things with it. And it just turns out better. Now, I guess I'll show off how I did that. It's going to be useless for 99.9% of viewers, but who knows, someone might get use out of it. So I have a Realtek sound card. This is what my Realtek sound settings look like. Anyway, what I did to allow me to record voice and audio separately was I went to this little mixer tab. Under recording, mixer toolbox, enable multi-recording or recording multi-streaming. And what that does, here I'll open up my other sound settings, it gives me the option to have mic in front panel and audio input as two different devices. So then in Audacity, I can't look at preferences because I'm recording, but it allows you to choose which audio device you want to record from. So I choose mic in, and then whatever else is recording records the input. And just a quick glance over here will show you that my microphone and line volume are muted on the input. This is also really low just because that's how I have to record my sound. Alright, that's most of the recording. Not really a lot more I can say about that, so let's move on. Let's open up Vegas. Here, I'll shove Audacity back on the second monitor again. Yeah, having two monitors is really helpful. And as a plus, Audacity acts as a kind of timer when I'm recording as well, because it has the time markers. Oh, right, before we get into Vegas, how I sync up my voice with the thingies. Oh, thanks. It's going to keep jumping over there. I just do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, then I hit record, and then I just cut out 3, 2, 1, and it's usually synced close enough that it's synced. And it doesn't really, I don't need to worry about it. Alright, I have to resize Vegas to fit this window. So we'll do about that. That looks good. Alright, this is my Vegas environment. Down here I have the timeline, preview window, media window. And now Vegas is pretty darn easy to use. Hey look, it's within the woods. So I go to my Fraps folder. And here we go, I have the not recent, this is actually an episode ahead. Have the Condemned that I've recorded. So what I do is just drag and drop it into Vegas. And since this is recording, it's probably going to be a bit slower. I'm also going to move this off screen because that's just how I do it. I'm sure you can imagine me dragging and dropping video files. So I drag and drop all of that into Vegas. And just keep piling it on, piling it on, piling it on. Till finally we hit critical mass at 49 minutes and 20 seconds, 25 milliseconds. And then I have my voice recording, which is already pre-cut. I do that before I save it. Actually, we'll give this a moment because it has to build the audio. And with recording running, it's probably going a bit slower, so we'll just give it a chance to work, do its thing. You know how Vegas likes to do things. Okay. So now I drag and drop my voice. Oh, it's lining itself up with the end there. It's trying to line itself up with a lot of things. Just go in there. Okay, I have to resize this a little bit just so it's easier to work with. Okay, that's going to also generate peaks and valleys. I'm going to zoom in here, make sure it's all, yeah, that's fine. And there we have the entire recording, all in one big chunk. Now this is obviously not how I'm going to render it, because I don't have the time limit on YouTube. And also the audio levels aren't quite right. Now, really cool thing about Vegas and the visual environment is that you can see the loudest and quietest points. So what I do is I usually take the loudest point. This is just for testing audio levels. So I take the loudest point. Listen to that. Can't say. Alright. Let's... Oh hey, that guy's he's beating people up. So as you can see, no, you don't really see it, you hear it more so. My voice is a little bit quiet compared to the game audio. Now what I do for that is I just up the decibels on my voice, lower the decibels on the video, and usually within a game, you can stick to one setting. So I have -6 decibels for the game, +2 decibels for my voice, and that will usually do it. Unless you hit a really out of character, fully loud part in the game, but that doesn't happen too often. Let's check just in case. Come back for that, I assume. Whoa! Yeah, there's a bit of a fire there. Okay, I can't increase that specific steam pressure at the moment, though. speedrun. So as you can hear, game audio is definitely audible. My voice is also audible, and it seems good. So those are my settings for Condemned. Now, I found out what was causing the black screen issue. Save me from the black screen. No exclamation marks in file names. No special characters. Bad. Alright, so what happens is, when I'm rendering videos, after a certain amount of megabytes, gigabytes, kilobytes, whatever you want to call it, has been rendered, it seems to start having problems. So with Resident Evil, the speedrun, because the video was so long, it encountered those despite it being fairly small in file size. And with Condemned, it happens a lot faster because I'm rendering in high definition. Well, 720p. I don't know if some people will call that high definition. It's the low end of high end. My computer can't handle anymore. Gotta upgrade. Now, a few important things in Vegas. All of this, you should go through it, and if you know what it is, then you know what to do with it. If you don't, probably don't touch it. Now, to actually output the video, the first thing I should do is select my region. So we're going to go for about 15 minutes and 20 seconds, 15, 16, somewhere around there. Try to find a good cutting point. We could do right where the video cuts, in fact. Somewhere where I'm not talking and nothing exciting is happening on screen. Let's see what this area is like. And did I see a valve anywhere around here? Actually, that seems like a good place. Did I see a valve anywhere around here? So I'll pause the video there. Just to make this easier, I'm going to zoom out, and then I hold Shift and hit... No. I want to hit Home. And that will select that 15-minute and 20 and 0.05 second chunk. And as you can see at the top here, we have another selection called the loop region. That's very important, because when I go to render as, I can check render loop region only, and then it'll only render that 15 minutes. And I can use that to chop the video into smaller bits without having to actually rip it apart in Vegas. Now, I have my own rendering template for this. It took me a while to actually figure out what I wanted and what was the best thing to use. So, I mean, I guess you could copy my settings, but you're better off trying to find your own thing. So I use Xvid MPEG-4 codec, 1.0 pixel aspect ratio, no field order, progressive scan. Wait, no, P is bad, isn't it? I'll look at that a bit later. Frame rate, the usual, custom frame size, so I have 1024 by 768, which will render to the equivalent of 720p when it's on YouTube. Interleave every 0.5 seconds. I didn't touch that. I mean, that is default. That's default. Audio, that's not default. I set it to a fairly high quality stereo, lots of hertz. And finally, one thing that's really important when working with Vegas is the video rendering quality. Now, I found that using preview good, best, or use project settings will tend to, it'll force a blur on the video in movement, and it'll screw with the quality somehow. I'm not sure if I can adequately explain it, but I believe there is a UR empty video. Right about when I moved to Vegas, I did one video and it didn't turn out very well because of this setting. But if you set it to draft, then it doesn't screw with this at all. No blur, no killing of blackness. And once again, I can't describe it, but it's important to set it to draft for maximum quality. Okay, so we have all our settings. Now we output as... Most of the time I can remember which video I'm on, so I think I'm on 8 right now. Then we'll just save it as that. Yep, everything's good. This will take a while to render, probably at least half an hour. Not going to stick around for that whole time. I hope this video has helped. If you are okay with pirating software, then it'll probably help even more. And yeah, that's that. I'm right at the time limit, so I'm going to cut out here. I also say cut at the end of my video, also for sync. So yeah, talk to you later, guys.